I think one of the hardest lessons for many of us to actually learn is to not worry about what other people think. It's so easy to get caught up in the opinions of others and get worried about, oh my gosh, am I going to try this? Am I going to put myself out there? If I'm going to do this, what are people going to say? What are they going to think? Let me tell you something. Most people are probably secretly wishing that they had the guts to do it as well. When I first started my business, I was raising four kids by myself. And I had a vision for my business. I knew what I wanted to do. And it was primarily linked to having the flexibility in my schedule so that I could be present for my kids, but also I wanted to be able to write my own paycheck because I had been in sales and I was doing quite well, but I didn't have flexible schedule. I didn't have the ability to be there for my kids when I wanted to be and show up and be present like I wanted to be present. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to make things work. And there was a little bit of adjustment. There always is when you're starting a business. There's going to be some times where you have to kind of figure things out. Why? Because life does not work in a straight line. Nothing in nature works in a straight line. If you flew above the world and you looked down at all the rivers out there or the mountain ranges, you would see that they're all bending and winding. Nothing is in a straight line. You always have to kind of go through these periods as you're growing because that's who you become. That's how you evolve, rather, and that's how you become the person that you're meant to be. And so, even though I had an idea of where I wanted to go and I was working towards that, I had friends, well meaning friends, that would say, oh my gosh, it's taking you a while. Are you sure you should do that? Maybe you should go back and get a job. You know, you do have four kids to raise. You've really got to be thinking about them. This is really hard on your kids, really tough on them. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Okay. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But if I had bought into that, I know for a fact I would have done a huge disservice to my children and a huge disservice to myself and the people that I now serve because I would be falling back into playing small and hiding and buying into the opinions of other individuals. And my soul would have felt crushed. Every single one of us is here for a reason. Every single one of us. We were designed with a purpose. And you may not know what that purpose is right now. Sometimes it takes us a while to kind of figure that out. But for me, I knew what my calling was, and I knew that I had to have my own business in order to achieve that. And so I had to stick with it. Were there some bends and turns along the way? Absolutely. But you cannot get so caught up in the opinions of others. The only person, the only entity that I have to answer to is to my divine creator. And what I know for certain is that my creator created me with the desire in my heart that I had the ability to absolutely bring to fruition. It wasn't there just as a tease, it was there because I had the ability to bring it into existence. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the desire. The very word desire is from the Latin of the sire or of the father, which means that it was given to me as a gift and I had the ability to bring it to fruition. Now, I couldn't do it by myself. You have to a lot of times look towards other individuals to help you to get to where you want, because that's why we start to grow a business or we start to get clients. That's just how the world works. But the other point of this is that the opinions of others don't really matter. You have to kind of put the blinders on and stay focused in your lane. And the sooner you can stay focused in your lane, the sooner you will start to reap those results in your business and in your life as well. The only opinion that matters should be the opinion of your divine creator and of yourself. What are you doing? Who are you showing up as? And the only one you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday compared to the person you are today. That's what makes the difference in actually moving towards the desires of your heart and bringing them into your reality.